Travis, or he's with me. It doesn't matter. The important thing is we've been talking about Soylent. So
Soylent
Travis.
Green is people. Okay, so let me share this story. So I'm a coach with this esports program at this university, right? So head coach Josh, he emails Soylent, and Soylent he's like, "Hey, Soylent, you want to do a partnership? You know, we're looking for partnerships." And we got a response from a man described as a senior marketing manager, and he says, "Yeah, do you want some Soylent to help power your program?" Smiley face. And Josh is like, "Yeah, what kind of info do you need?" You know, like we're thinking like, okay, do you need? Normally, partners, sponsors, they want numbers, stream numbers, all that good stuff, and they're like, "Just give us your address." They didn't ask us for like how much or like anything. They're just give us your address, and Josh is like, "Okay," and we gave him their address, and like 2 weeks later, we get 96 bottles of Soylent and a Soylent T-shirt, and we're like, "Wow, this is a lot of Soylent. We were not expecting this much." And we're sitting there, and we sat there for a good 30 minutes trying to figure out what to do with it. And we're like, "Okay, we'll give some of it away during our training camp. You know, we'll keep the fridge stocked. But we have enough to give each of us like 12 bottles." So we each took 12 bottles, and I got the Soylent.
That's pretty swag. You should treat me to some Soylent. Cheese it
if I have any bottles left until... Actually, is that next weekend? No. It's the weekend after.
No.
Okay. I will keep a bottle just for you, Max.
Okay, you better.
What flavor do you want? I have mocha, and I have the
I'll take the cafe.
I have
I'll take the cafe one.
I have another flavor.
What's
which
the
is
other
shoot. It's like a I don't know, Max.
Okay, I'll take the mocha, Travis.
Okay,
I like mochas.
All right.
I'll take the mocha. Okay.
By the way, this episode is not sponsored in any way by Soylent. We did not plug that story in conveniently.
But aren't we partnered? Aren't you partnered with Soylent?
I mean, no,
indirectly.
We did. The program's not even partnered. They literally just sent us the bottles. Like, we're not partnered with them in any way. But they're just like, "All right, just here you go." And we're like,
That's awesome.
Okay. I mean,
that's dope.
Anyways, all right. So today we have a game, Solar versus Zest, and is this a game from HomeStory Cup?
This is a game from the HomeStory Cup. This is, I think, bracket, so it's probably round of 8 or something. 8 players left at this point. But I think this might be, I think this is a loser's bracket, so 12 players left maybe? I'm not quite sure what it was, but anyways. See what happens this game.
Gotcha. So this is a PvZ.
Uh-huh.
Would you say PvZ is your specialty, Max?
I would say it used to be. I don't know anymore. StarCraft is hard.
Wow, what a nice answer. Went from, is this your best matchup, to StarCraft is hard.
I think my best matchup, it might be my best. So anyways, I like just something cute Zest does, which doesn't matter too much, but... my theory is the Zerg will always, on this map, send their Overlord to the left. So Zest goes down this right path.
Right.
And then he didn't see the Overlord, so he just goes up to the top. And the reason I say that is because if you spawn where Zest is, or if Solar spawned in the bottom right, he would send his Overlord to the left because he would see the natural faster than if he sent it up, he would see the main.
Right.
So I don't know. It doesn't matter too much, but
it is a consistent thing you can do just to get that info. I think Terrans do some similar stuff, right? In terms of also looking for that Overlord in this matchup or TVZ.
Yeah, any one versa could PVZ, TVZ, ZVZ could all do it if if they scout. But let's see. Zest's wall looks pretty jank to me, but we'll we'll see.
Yeah, that's interesting. Zest does get that scout off, but Solar can. I think he can deduce that it's cross positions possibly at this point, based off that timing. Maybe.
He might. Let's see. Was it? I think it was a pylon scout. No, it was a gate scout. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe Solar does, maybe not. Because there's a pylon scout and a gate scout, and maybe Solar's got the timings down. Maybe not.
Right.
But he'll figure it out fast enough either way.
So it looks like pretty standard openers. Am I correct saying that?
You are correct. Zerg always gets that gas, almost always. Protoss gets the Stargate. Zerg is going to throw down his third pretty soon. Yep. One mix-up. The only thing that Zergs vary up to this point in the game is sometimes they get the 2 queens first, and sometimes they get the third first. I don't really know which is better. I'm not a Zerg player, but I've seen really good players do both. So, like game time will throw the third down right away. For instance,
he'll get the third faster, right?
Yeah,
That seems like something game time would do.
Why do you say that?
I'm not gonna go into detail, but I think we both know that's what game time would do.
Oh boy!
Shout out to game time.
shout out to game time. The good vibes are
good vibes are possibly in effect.
Okay, so Solar sneaks some Zerglings past. That's something you can do. It's fine. Does he see the Stargate?
I don't think he's seen it. Oh, has he seen it?
Yeah, looking at his vision. Okay. So both players really know everything that's up so far. Okay.
Oracle spotted.
Zest goes. Oh, I kind of like this. Normally you get the Phoenix first to kill the Overlord, but since they spawn cross, where's the Overlord? There's no Overlord in Zest's face.
Right, so he just goes straight for the Oracle. Might as well, right?
Might as well get it out as fast as possible. Sometimes Zergs don't expect it, so they don't have the spores ready yet. Like, the one in his nat's not ready, but he has 2 queens there, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's kind of an advantage if you spawn cross from Zerg on this map. You can really hide whatever you're doing really easily.
Right, just by nature of it being further away.
So that's a cool thing you can take advantage of. Yeah, let's see. Layer. It looks Hydrodon. That's something I've been seeing in the Korean meta. It deals with the Archon drop really well and some other things.
So we should see that coming down pretty soon, right?
As soon as the layer finishes, I would expect a Hydrodon. But it could be something else.
Is the double Oracle pretty standard as well?
Triple Oracle now?
Triple Oracle?
So triple Oracle is not really standard. Normally you'll just build 1 Oracle and 1 Phoenix. But
I think that's what we saw yesterday in was it Parding's game?
It was some other Patience versus
the one guy
versus
who did Nidus.
Versus the Lamo,
the boring, the laser.
Lame laser.
Oh,
who's never seen a like.
But yeah, he did Phoenix Oracle.
Okay. What's Parting got here? Seven Adepts without glaives. This is an interesting push I've been seeing some Koreans do, where they get tons of Adepts, but they don't get glaives. I wonder why people skip glaives when they get this many Adepts. See, 2 queens.
I mean, I feel like having the Oracles here. So if we want to just pause real quick. So that engagement, he had the 7 Adepts, right? He had 3 Oracles. The Oracles were pretty much not with the Adepts that whole fight. They were up in the nat chasing a single queen. And I feel like if the Oracles were above the Adepts, he might have lost 1 to the queens, but he definitely would have killed all the Zerglings, and then the Adepts would have...
Let's see.
Right, see, look here.
Um,
So he gets the queen, but
perhaps. You might be right.
he also does not shade out immediately, which results in. So maybe just a oversight, or I feel like it could have gone his favor possibly.
I'm not sure if the right play is to kill the lings or to kill the queens. If you focused on the lings, you'd probably save the adepts.
Right, and then the adepts would fight the queen, right? Which is.
But you might lose an oracle. Not quite sure.
He might be able to, micro an oracle back, but here's one thing I noticed.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's watch out the rest of the game and go back and think about Let's see what's gonna.
So Hydra's are on the way, as you predicted.
And since he's stopped at 49 drums, I mean, he's gonna make a lame laser build play.
Yep.
He's gonna do the lame laser strat.
Except this time there's no Nidus. It's just gonna be Hydras.
One of these times I'm gonna see laser in real life. And...
Yeah, hey, what's up, lame? He's gonna be like, oh. What did you say? I'll be like, you'll be like, a laser. Sorry, I had something in my throat.
Oh.
Ooh, you hate to see it. Okay.
All right. Lame. Let's see. So okay, yeah. Zest. I don't think Zest will hold this because he went up to 65 probes, and it doesn't seem like he knows it's coming until just now. Because if he knew it was coming, he would be building shield batteries, and
so he's getting Archons now. So at this point, he knows, right? He knows. Well, he saw the push coming across, but even before the observer saw it, he knew what the oracles, right?
What's that?
So when the Hydras were chasing the oracles away, at that point, did he know, or he still didn't know that this was going to be like a 3-base push?
It seems like he knew once I don't know why I can't ping, but once the observer in the middle of the map saw all the Hydras,
then he knew for sure.
Yeah, but I
at
think
that
he
point,
could have known. Like, this is not enough. I think he could have known a lot sooner.
Gotcha.
So yeah, this is just gonna. Once again, the lame laser builds are strong. But so I think this loss, Solar played fine, but this is mostly on Zest. I think he definitely could have known this was coming. So okay, let's see if we can be better than Zest for a bit.
Hey. He did so he did keep those 3 oracles alive, right? Right after that fight, when we see him come back around and poke a little bit with the oracles. I'm wondering. I guess he did not poke around, or he wasn't trying to get more info with those oracles, because I'm sure he could have figured that out if he was looking for that, but I don't think we saw him do that.
So you're saying he should have been using the oracles to check out?
Well, yeah, just trying to, we're trying to think, okay, how could he, and so this situation, how might Zest have figured out that drones are being cut and that there's going to be a 3-base Hydra push? And I think the only way he would have figured that out between after that adept fight to when the push happens is with those 3 oracles. Yes,
the 3 oracles definitely. I definitely could have figured it out.
And what is Zest looking for? Is he gonna look for like less drones or just a certain amount of Hydras? What gives away that it's an all-in or a 3-base?
So honestly, I think this is one of the hardest parts about PvZ right now, is that it's really hard to tell whether or not the Zergs are going to do this all-in or not. And to be honest, I haven't really found a good way for figuring it out yet. So let's see if we can analyze this game and figure out a way Zest could have figured out what's going on. I think 4 minutes is pretty early to start your layer. So when you see the layer, whenever Zest figures out the layer is super early, he should be at least a little suspicious. Although it's not, the weirdest thing. But okay, so that might be one tell. Are you keeping an eye on the chat, by the way?
Yep.
Cool. Anyone is Mick Monroe there making fun of us yet?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Maybe later.
Honestly, if Monroe were here, he could probably tell us.
Yeah. Wow.
Or if anyone, if anyone in chat knows how you can figure out whether or not Zergs, any Zerg players maybe, tell us what the tells are for these 50, 60 drone Hydra all-ins. Let's see if we can figure it out.
Might have to bring in resident Zerg expert game time.
I know. Well, you mean lame time?
Oh my goodness. You're just alienating all of our potential guests. There's no one. No one's gonna want to be a part of this. Like,
I know. Dude, game time is sick. He knows I'm joking.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I really like him. I mean, his point style is kind of lame, but I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right, so okay, this is the first important moment in the game. I really don't know. Maybe the reason Zest, some of these Korean pros are doing this adept pressure but skipping glaives is because, as you pointed out, 3 oracles is a lot more than normal, and it takes a lot of gas. Maybe glaives just doesn't nicely fit in when you're doing this.
Right. Or in this
So
case, Zest just thought, hey, I have 3 oracles. That's gonna be enough to make this do something.
I think if you build more than 3 adepts, this is like your plan. You're planning to do this.
Okay.
I think this was probably Zest's plan all along, to be honest.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's just you can't, if you build 3 oracles, you don't have the, maybe, I mean, I guess we could try to figure it out. You don't have the gas to get for glaives. But I mean, I think in general, if you're going to do this, you want glaives. So 3 oracles might be the reason. Let's see.
Right. So he planned, he knew he was going to build 3 oracles, right? I assume there's no reason. Right. There's no reason to do that unless you already know it. So, and he decides to push. He builds the 7 adepts, and decides to push. So clearly he thinks this is a there's a reason for this.
Right. Clearly he thinks this is a good strategy. So what we're going to want to keep an eye on is his gas, and see if he ever has the gas to throw down that Twilight Council in those glaives. So here he has 100 gas. He could throw down a Twilight, but he wants to build another Oracle, so not really. And he's going to build 1 Oracle. Yeah, so I think it's a gas problem. Like, look how low, because he builds 3 Oracles, look how low that gas stays for Zest.
So he can't afford it, right?
Right. So for Zest's build, ideally you would have glaives if you're going to do adept pressure, but if you, I guess it's like glaives or 3 oracles instead of 1 oracle. And he chooses the 3 oracles, which I don't mind at all. Okay, so it's just Zest's build.
Alright, so this is just something he planned way out.
And
this was just his objective, the whole point. Gonna get the 3 oracles, do damage with that, follow that up with 7 adepts. And the 3 oracles. And if that is the point, then I think he can make it work, but I really feel like I'm not sure why he had the 3 oracles chase that 1 queen. And I know I'm nitpicking, but maybe getting that queen, I mean, is getting that queen a big deal, worth losing all your adepts for that? That's my question, I guess.
So I've seen Hero do this type of push a lot on his stream. And without glaives, you never really expect to kill your opponent. What you want to do is harass and slow down the Zerg as much as possible. And maybe if you kill a bunch of Lings and he has to make more, then you're slowing him down. So basically you just want to slow down the Zerg either by killing drones. Killing units is also good, probably not as good. Killing queens slows down everything. So you should just, do as much damage as possible, whatever that means. So let's see if Zest did.
Alright, I'm gonna open up the drone kills.
Okay, so first he shades here, which is really weird. What could Zest? I think Zest could have done more damage somehow. He has. Let's see. So he brings the adepts around to the right. They haven't been spotted yet, which is great. So I'd say at this exact moment in time, Zest is in a great position.
Right, he could clear this third out. Right
He
now.
might be able to. He might be able to. Yeah.
Right, if we
'Cause
just look at units on the map right now, 3
Mhm.
oracles, 7 adepts, easily at least force a full clearing of this. If he doesn't kill every drone, then he has to pull back, and maybe he kills the hatch. Maybe, probably not, but a lot of mining time lost. So, but where does it go wrong? Where does it go wrong?
Yeah. So you're pretty much not going to kill the hatchery with the depths. They're just too low
Yeah,
DPS to
yeah.
buildings. But he should do better than he did here for sure. What? How does he? Why? Yeah, I don't. Oh, okay, I see.
Did he just run out of time? Well, he could have gone more to the left.
So-
What made him?
So he's actually right now. He's afraid that Solar has a lot more lings that he's hiding. So he goes to this little choke point.
Okay,
That's why.
because he saw
He
the
doesn't know,
lings pop
yeah.
from the hatch, and he's like, okay, shit, I need to. Obviously, instinct is get your units together, which makes sense.
Whoops! Did I fast forward?
You
Whoops.
went forward in time.
Yeah. So here Zest is like, what's going on? I'm scared. I'm scared.
Which is weird because he. Yeah, I mean, I guess he. Depths are, okay. So right now, that's still it's an okay spot. He can still get damage done here. He pokes a little bit.
Yeah, I really can't say I'm a fan of the way Zest is.
So right now he has shade up, right? He has shade.
Yes, he should be shading somewhere. I don't know what
He
he's
has not shaded at all yet. Now he shades when it's too late. It's too late at this point.
Okay. So yeah, that I would have to actually say that was pretty bad.
Right, that was just I hate to say it, but it just seemed like it went from a potentially really good spot to still a decent spot to then putting himself in the worst possible position, and then
Yeah. So he played really scared.
right.
So if you notice, yeah.
What would you do right here if you were doing this push? The push is, the objective of the push is to get economic damage. You've got a great position here. Why not send the adepts into the mineral line? Isn't that what you normally do? Right.
Let's see. If you're so Zest wasn't scouted. These 7 adepts weren't scouted. So he can either go man mode straight into the mineral line, which in this case would have been best. But then again, you just never know how many lings there are. So Zest goes like, what's a player that plays scared? Goes like, I don't know. Goes like stats mode and does like a really defensive shade. Here.
Right.
So if Solar has a million lings,
he gets
okay.
value, right, and the oracles can sit
Right.
on top of him, which is understandable. So right now he sees there's no lings. The oracles have scouted out the entire left flank, and he knows there's barely any lings in the mineral line. And then he gets to this position.
Yeah, so notice how scared he is. He's hiding in this little corner area.
Yeah.
The thing is, even though he's hiding his adepts well, they're not doing any damage, right?
Right.
He's just trying to get I guess he's okay with trading adepts well with lings. Which I don't even know if it's that good a trade because he doesn't have glaives.
Right. And
yeah,
he pretty much gets just 1 queen. He kills 2 drones, but the 1 queen was pretty much the only thing he got out of that whole push.
So let's see. I don't know. Let's see. How would Travis have done this? Because Travis is the bomb.
I mean, I'm not. Obviously, I'm not saying I could do this any better. I'm just trying to understand.
No,
right. I know you're not saying that. Just for the viewers, I'm not Zest. I wish I was. But it's just like clearly he's a great player. But what would make him do this? Right. Normally, this is his thing. Right. He knows this is his timing. He's designed his whole build pretty much up to this point to do this push. why does he then become so scared? Like, even if there are lings, which at this point he knows there's nothing coming around the left side,
Uh,
and then he just
yeah.
why try to keep pushing up here, but then not shade out and just get yourself, and then not put the oracles on top of the adepts. You're going for one queen. It just seems like a huge oversight, honestly. Like, and he wasn't looking anywhere else, so what's happening is right in front of his eyes.
hmm So let's see. Yeah, let's figure out. I don't know why Zest did that, but let's see what he could have done instead. So clearly, it's a good idea to look for these choke points, which Zest found. But maybe a choke point. What if he shades right into the mineral lion and uses that spore crawler? Like, that's even better choke point, and you'll be killing drones.
Exactly.
So I think he. And then maybe you even park your oracles at the ramp. So when the reinforcing lings and the reinforcing queens come, then you just kill the oracles.
Right.
That seems like a much better play. So yeah, I agree. And one other thing you can do, 3 oracles is a little redundant because it takes 2 oracles to one-shot a ling. But 3 oracles will still be more valuable for sure. If he wants, he can split 1 oracle off to the natural and try to stasis ward or something while this is going on to tax Solar's multitasking.
Or even stasis the ramp. Even stasis ward the ramp leading to the third.
That's true. That's true. He could do that.
He has 3 oracles with more than enough energy to do that.
That wouldn't be a bad play at all. I think maybe if Solar saw it, he would probably run a ling pretty easily into it. But if it's somewhere that Solar doesn't have vision, that would be a really good play. But yeah, I think the main thing is just shade into the mineral line here. Your adepts weren't scouted. You're doing this build, which needs to get a little damage done at least. And you can't be doing this shade here.
Even if he left the adepts there, right here, I think he could get damage done. Right, he'd clean up the lings. Potentially, I think the queens, he'd probably pull back the queens. But he'd get damage done. At least guaranteed damage of some sort.
I think another thing you can do is shade here. Shade into the main and attack the drones at the third, which is something you see Neeb do when he goes adepts.
Right, I feel like that would be just instinct, right? Just throw the shade. Just throw the shade. Get it, throw the shade. But throw the shade. Do the shade because why not? That's what you do in a push. You split up the Zerg forces, you shade, and then you cancel the shade. That's like 101, right? But for some reason, I get maybe he wants to save it because he's scared. Clearly, he's scared right now. As we see, and now he sees the links and he still doesn't shade. Still nothing. And he doesn't shade until it's too late. He literally just waits too long.
Even if Zest just shaded out sooner, he would have saved all his adepts maybe, or at least more of them. I can understand the playing scared, but see, if I were in that position, what would I have?
I think you just commit to that mineral line and just duke it out, right?
Yeah, I think you gotta go to the mineral line. You weren't spotted.
He wasn't spotted. He's at the third, which is great. He's there.
The oracles can cut off anything else. You'll get at least decent trades because of the choke.
Right.
Yeah, I think you just gotta do it. If he happens to have banelings, any choke is gonna be bad. So
right, but he saw no banelings, and so he because he just came up the bottom path, right? He came up the south side, so he knows no units there. He gets into the third. He sees the lings, then that's it. He sees the lings and the 2 queens. He moves his oracles all the way to the left, and he sees no flank, nothing at all. But then he still moves his units to the left and doesn't commit to shading in the nat or the main. I mean, for benefit of doubt, I can imagine maybe what happened is it's one of those situations where like you're doing one thing and then you have like an internal conflict, right? And you're like, okay, well maybe I can go here. Oh shoot, well I should have stayed there, and then you're like, you can't make up your mind, and then you just get screwed.
I think his camera was on the adepts the whole time too.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, it wasn't really the. I think he could have done more, but he's still in the game. Like the unit's lost tab is still in his favor because he killed a bunch of lings. So I think that was one point in the game he could have done better.
But it's not
Let's
over.
see.
It's not over by any means.
Right. Here, he's still going for some good harass. Yeah, this is good. It happens. Everyone messes up their oracle.
Yeah.
He still hasn't seen any hydras.
So between now and the end of the game, essentially, Solar is making a lot of hydras and committing to the timing, right? So pretty much what we're trying to figure out is, how does Zest potentially hold this push? What is he looking for to tell him something's going to happen? He tries to poke around with the right side. That's actually kind of unlucky that it just so happens the hydras are there.
I think actually,
this
is a lot of hydras. I think Zest can know right here. That's a lot of hydras. So Solar could make those hydras and go back to droning in theory, but the fact that he has so many hydras that early should pretty much Zest off to what's happening, I think. Luckier. I don't know how why Solar is hydra. To what you were saying, maybe he saw it.
Maybe he saw it, but so what does? So okay. So at this point, even before the observer sees the push, he has the God, what's it called? Revelation, right? On the hydras. So he already sees the hydras moving towards his base. Coupled with the fact that he sees all these lings in front of his base. But at this point, is it too late already? Like I think you said earlier, right? Is it too late at this point?
So let's see. He knows at around 7:10, let's say. See how much time it takes before Solar gets there. It's hydras. So he knows about 40 seconds before the attack comes.
And during that time, he drops 3 gates, I believe.
Yes. So I think Zest actually had enough time to hold it off. If he throws down like 5 shield batteries, right then, they'll all finish right before the attack comes.
But instead he drops 3 gates.
And one of the things is, on this map it's kind of hard because it's like huge. There's no really chokes to help you defend.
Right.
So I think what you need to do is drop a pylon in between the second and the third. And then you see this attack coming, that's where you throw down 5 shield batteries. 6 shields. It doesn't matter. Infinite shield batteries.
Right, just enough to live.
Anything, yeah. If he throws down 6 shield batteries, I think he's okay. That's a lot of shield batteries. And then he could also kill off this. I didn't even realize actually, but the debris at the third he can kill off to block that ramp.
That's true.
So I think you kill off the debris. You have the pylon ready. You throw down 5 shield batteries. I think you hold.
Yeah, can we go back just about a minute and just watch this play out again?
Sure.
So let's assume at this point right now, he sees the hydras. Maybe right now he is not sure exactly. He's like, that's a lot of hydras, but I'm not sure exactly. And let's just let it play. And what's he doing at home? How does he react to seeing this many hydras? He drops 3 gates. He immediately drops 2 gates, and then I think he adds, so he drops 3 gates. So that's his response, dropping 3 gates. And now at this point, he knows for sure that the attack is coming. He doesn't cancel
Honestly,
the gates.
I think the 3 gates were just part of his build. He wasn't even reacting.
Okay,
I
so
think,
he wasn't even reacting to that.
Zest's reaction was 0.
Okay, so no reaction.
The first reaction is when he drops the 3 shield batteries at his third right now, which is way too.
So maybe he's just underestimated. Maybe he just thinks he's gonna hold.
Yeah, I think he definitely didn't know it was coming, or he knew it was coming and he thought there were more drones, or he thought he could hold. But let's see. Yeah, this is gross.
Right. And he does drop the 3 shield batteries before the fight, a little bit before the fight starts. So at some point he does realize, oh, I'm not gonna be able. I need the shield batteries. But it's too little, too late, and he doesn't even fight with the shield batteries, which is fine because they're not done, and maybe it doesn't even matter at that point. But so it just seems like in two different scenarios, the first one, too scared. And then in this one, and then in the second one,
not afraid
not afraid enough, or just a slight misread, which I can understand. He sees the Hydra, he's like, okay, it's a lot of Hydras, but I should be fine. I should be able to hold off that.
What's going on in this chat? I just looked.
we had some high school kids stop by.
Don't say that in such a derogatory way. High school, we love all viewers.
Oh, I didn't mean it derogatory. I said high school kids.
You're like some high school kids.
You're the one calling everyone lame. Lame time. Lamer.
Lameser. Oh, I figured it out. Lameser.
You even called Solar lame or something. He's doing a lameser build or something.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I just call every build that's like a 55 or so Hydra. 55 drone Hydra all in is just a lame.
It's categorized as lame.
Lameser.
Lameser.
So okay, just to recap, a few of the tells that Solar is doing this. This layer starts at 4 minutes, which is a lot earlier than normal. So Solar builds a lot of Lings this game actually. Let's see. How many does he have right now? He's got 8, and then he builds more to build the Adepts. And once he clears up the Adepts, Zest still sees Hydras building, even though even though Solar knows he's cleaned up the Adepts and he doesn't need those units. There's still like tons of Hydras. What are they doing there?
You mean Lings?
No, Hydras. Zest cleans this up.
Right.
He knows that a lot of Lings are built, right? That's a lot of Lings to deal with this stuff.
Right.
And even though all those Lings are built, and then Solar holds it off, and he knows he's held it off, there's still like 16 Hydras there. What are they doing there? Why would you build 16 Hydras if you know you're safe? Well, clearly.
Oh, you're trying to look at it from Zest's perspective. What would trying to get into Solar's mind? Okay.
Exactly. So I think if Zest Big Brain was on this game, I think he would have known what was happening.
Right, like you don't. This is kind of a generalization, but Zerg generally you're not making units unless there's a purpose, like a pretty close to you're gonna make the units means you're gonna do something pretty within a set time frame. You don't just make Hydras just to make them. You make them if you're gonna do something with them, or you think something's gonna happen. You defend. You make Lings. You don't just make Lings to have Lings. Generally speaking, I know that's not always the case, but. And at this point, he definitely sees the Hydras. If he's looking at his mini-map at any point, well before the observer sees the units, he sees the Hydras moving down.
Right.
Like that should be an instant tell that he's pushing.
Yes. So,
at this point, he has the money. He has plenty.
Yeah.
He has 600.
So this may sound weird to say, but I think this is an experience thing. If Zest had practiced a lot with this build, and he knows, okay, I saw these Lings and I saw these Hydras. If you have the experience to know that that's just too many units at that time, I think Zest holds, but somehow he just didn't get the read. So it's really hard sometimes to like go to each mineral line of Zerg and count how many drones they have. Like it's hard to know directly how many drones a Zerg will have. But based on the units that have been coming out this game, I really think Zest could have figured out.
Exactly. I'm thinking
Mhm.
he doesn't even need to see the drones. He saw
Right.
the Hydras. He doesn't even
saw
need to
them.
make the connection like you were talking about, which is you were talking about earlier, like the logical connection between he holds off the attack. Why would he make Hydras after this? Even if he doesn't make that connection, just seeing that many Hydras
Yes.
and then seeing them move towards him, he doesn't. He has almost a whole minute between when the Hydras start moving down to when the bulk of the army is in front of his base. He drops no shield batteries that entire time. Doesn't drop a pile on low ground. Doesn't do anything. So I'm not sure what was going through his head exactly.
Yeah.
I think he was just confident. The only logical reason would be that he thought he was fine, that he had enough units to hold it off.
Yes, which is not something I think Zest should have thought because he lost a bunch of army units. He lost all those adepts, and he probed up to 65, and he thinks he can hold off this 48 turn Hydra push. That's just, I don't know. I think Zest didn't see it coming for some reason.
Yeah.
So, anyways, even if he knows it's coming, I think it's a sketchy hold, but I think it's definitely a hold. Also, some stasis wards definitely wouldn't have hurt. I guess he didn't have the energy.
Right, but at least 4 shield batteries, that's
right.
That's enough.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty good for this game's analysis.
Yeah. Do you want to do another game or?
If you want, real fast. I'll. Do you want to play the Zerg and attack me, and I can build 5 shield batteries? Nah, it's okay. That's okay.
I'm not good enough to.
Well, all you have to do is A move.
Well, you say that, but.
I'm pretty sure. Nah, I'm pretty sure it's hold. Let's see. Let's see what the army size is. Okay. So that's 2 Archons, 3 Sentries, 4 Adepts, 2 Zealots versus about 20 Hydras, it looks like, and about 20 Lings or so. That's definitely a tough hold, even with the shield batteries, but I think it's doable.
And also just the positioning. He's on the low ground here, and he just gets absolutely swarmed, for lack of a better word. But
he does get swarmed.
I think he could put. I mean, he would probably lose a lot at his nat, but he potentially lives if he stays at the top of this ramp and just like force fields off sections of that army until maybe the shield batteries finish. Maybe, I'm really, I'm stretching it. I'm stretching it.
Yeah, I don't know. You lose all that at your nat. Like even now, he's gonna lose all the drones in his main. I didn't realize he was losing all his drones in actually.
I actually did not. How did he even get those in there?
He just walked in the front door.
At the very beginning? Wow. Okay, so yeah.
Walked in the front door. Yeah. So just those 5 shield batteries. I'd say that's an even bigger mistake than how he handled his adepts.
Yep.
Okay, well, we can do another if you want.
Alright, so let's do one more, and we'll call it a day.
Okay. One more? I guess let's just do the next game.
Was this game 1?
That was game 1, yeah. I know Zest gets destroyed 3-0, but let's at least figure out how it happened. Yeah.
You sound tired, Max.
Nah, man.
Sounds like you could use some Soylent Cafe Mocha, ready to drink meal.
That sounds pretty good. Maybe I'll go get myself a coffee after this.
Okay,
in the bottom right.
Yes, in the bottom right we have Zest.
He comes from lemons.
Lemon Zest. Wow. I like it. And in the top left, we have Solar.
He also comes
comes from Laymon's.
That was a bit of a
Alright,
stretch there.
I'm
Oh,
done.
we'll
I'm
take
done.
it.
I'm
We'll
done.
go with it. No, we'll roll with it,
Alright,
Travis.
alright. Appreciate the support.
So, the lemon protoss versus the layman Zerg. It just sounds like he's a layman, like the average Joe.
A layman. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just the average Zerg.
The Solar is no layman. He's good at this game.
If you say so.
Alright. Let's try to, oh my god, is Zest gonna lose that?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh! I thought he lost it.
That's why they call him Zest.
He plays with his lemons.
Yes. When life gives you lemons, play with them. Oh, look. Again, just...
Why stop chasing? So, okay, let's try to make this analysis a little faster. Let's try to really focus in on the focus in on the things that are key instead of focusing on everything. I think some of our analyses are a bit too long because we focus a few of the things that don't matter too much. But let's try to take out what we really can.
Let's cut the fat.
That's right. Cut the fat and cut the fat. What you said. Stargate, standard stuff.
Phoenix first this time.
Would make sense given the map and the fact that the Overlord is in his face.
Yes. He's like, get that out of my face.
That's right. He's gonna throw down his tech after the Overlord's dead, like always. I didn't see if I think Solar went for the 2 queen hatch again, which is cool. That probably allows you to get your creep out faster, honestly. That might be one of the
Yeah,
to it.
that's true.
Actually, Solar's getting lots of... That's... Oh, I thought that was... Oh, that is double Stargate. Okay, he's Stargate. Okay. Double Stargate out of Zest. He's gonna mass up them Phoenix.
Yeah, so Solar knows what's going on at this point, right? He knows it's the... It's not the,
Oh, now
the
he
mass...
does.
Yeah, it's not the mass oracle like last time. Now, yeah,
Shit.
now he definitely knows that it's the double Stargate.
That's actually, yeah, that's actually really bad for Zest. Normally, you keep this hidden until you have 5 or 6 Phoenix, and then you move in. The fact that Zolar, the fact that Solar,
Zoro.
the fact that Zoro sneaks in with the Ling, I don't know how that happened.
Was that a
The
Ling
fact
that
that
got
he's-
in? Was that an over...
A Ling got in.
That must have been a Ling, right? How does he
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
Ling in? Is that...
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Is there a
See how-
gap here?
How does it happen?
He's only got 1 Ling. There's no... Oh, look at this! No way. Is this... Oh my!
God. So that's a huge mistake, actually.
Oh. Wow. Wow. That's unfortunate.
So look, because of that, a lot of things happen. You'll notice as soon as he scouts it, he cancels his Roach Warren, which is excellent. Solar might have even built Roaches if he hadn't scouted those. But
So
look,
immediately cancels Roach Warren.
Throws down an extra Spore Crawler. He'll probably throw down a few more Spore Crawlers. He'll probably start building Queens pretty soon. Or maybe he'll just get a Hydrodon if he like
Takes
it.
starts another gas.
Look at that, Spore Crawler.
More Spore Crawlers. Oh,
Yep.
Yep.
So
Which
this
is good, right? That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep. So the thing about this Phoenix play is you transition, normally at least, you transition back into like the normal Mortal Sentry, Templar, Archon type of deal. So, and obviously the Phoenix are super expensive. So if you don't kill a significant amount of Queens, drones, Overlords, if you don't kill a pretty good amount of that, you're way behind. So since he scouted it so early, I'm guessing he's not gonna kill too much. He'll still kill a bunch for sure because 5 Phoenix.
Right.
I don't know how much
There's
he'll
just
go
not
to.
enough damage to keep 5 Phoenix away from your drones.
Right.
6 Phoenix now.
But you need a lot of damage to make this worth it.
Right. Because Phoenix are not really going to help you later on versus Hydras or something.
That's right. Not help very much at all. And look, Solar is smart. He stops at 16 lings. Drone. That's all I see.
Right. He's got the
Drone.
links parked right outside the net. He knows nothing's coming his way.
Mm-hmm.
Does he see the third?
I'm sure he does.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So, look, Solar gets straight up to that 64 drone count. You can really stop wherever you want. Some Zergs like Snoot with this build, when they know they're facing this, just get up to 80 drones, because why not? But okay, Solar gets 65 and just starts building Hydras.
Right.
And what Zest can't do anything. He's killing a decent amount of workers, which is good. Oh wow, this is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, that overlord
found the-
evaporated. Oh my goodness.
He found the gap.
The sweet spot.
Wow.
So that hurts, but the Hydras are already on their way.
Mhm. Look at the units lost time. That's kind of gross.
Yeah, that is. But
So
it happened towards the tail end there, so.
But okay, that's 16 workers. Zest built 13 Phoenix.
Right.
If that's like the least, if he doesn't kill at least 16, that's really
Right. 16 Phoenix. Wait, how many Phoenix does he have? Does he really have 16 Phoenix?
12
13.
Phoenix.
13. He had 13.
13.
Which is
Yeah,
still
13.
a lot. That's a huge investment.
Yeah.
Huge investment.
So I'd say Zest is a little behind right now. Like 16 is good. If he killed less than that, I'd say he's very far behind.
Yeah.
But I think he's a little behind though. Honestly, Solar could have just gone up to 80 drones. But the fact that he hasn't makes me think he's gonna try to bust Zest.
Right, that would be
with these Hydras.
logical.
Right. As Zerg, you build the fewest attacking units possible, unless you're gonna attack.
Right.
So let's see. Oh, he's building Swarm House. Huh.
Wow.
Okay. So I guess he is going to attack, but not the way I thought he would. These Swarm Hosts have actually been picking up some steam in the meta. I've been seeing a few players go for them. Yeah, look at this. This is great.
Wow. How did they kill that Nexus so fast?
Locusts do a lot, man. They don't look like they do a lot. They do a lot of damage. They look pretty troll, honestly. Oh, detonate the banelings on the rocks?
Wait, why?
I'm just kidding. Look, these trolls do 11 damage every 0.43 seconds.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why the Storm hosts were OP during Heart of the Storm. Wow, look at that.
Doesn't even have his
That's
lings
cool.
with his army.
That's really smart play by Solar. That's cool. Does Zest not have Storm? What's going on?
No.
He didn't research Storm? That's weird.
No.
What is he doing?
I'm not gonna lie, I think Zest or Solar may have been able to just win that fight if he had all his lings were still at the third instead of with his Hydras. I think he does a lot more damage there, but regardless, he's still great position right now. Doesn't really matter.
Yep. As long as he keeps the troll
Swarm hosts keep on
the troll hosts alive.
As long as they keep making their things.
That's like free damage right there.
Yes.
Wow. So I gotta say, I think this game, really cool play out of Solar with these Swarm hosts. He got ahead, so he decided to use that advantage to go for an attack, but not a normal attack. He went for this, like... I'd say he's still on the attack right now, right? He hasn't built any more drones. He's just going for this never-ending Swarm host attack.
Right, he's just getting enough units to keep the Swarm hosts alive, so they can get their 2 volleys off. And why not? You're just trading free units for...
Look at this. Oh my gosh, so much damage.
And I think what really shows that was a smart play for Solar is you see Zest he went just default so immortal heavy. because he's like, okay, there's gonna be a big Hydra bust coming. I'm just gonna. The only way I
Uh-huh.
win this is by making Archons and Immortals, and then he comes in with Storm Hosts, and you're like, oh, this changes things now. So, but he can't. He can't. He's already invested. He's already invested in all these Immortals, so he's just got to stick with the comp pretty much. The Banelings to deal with the Zealots. At this point, Solar's just so far ahead that, right, he's just going to keep staying one step ahead of in terms of composition.
Yeah. I think I don't know what you do versus this composition as Zest. Like you got behind, but I'm still not sure. One thing I don't know why he's not doing is counterattacking with Zealots and Warp Prisms. That probably helps. But the Stormhost style seems strong.
I think Zest is just in survival mode right now. Though I do agree, of course, running Lings or running Zealots rather, to a 4 for a 5th base is always good.
Yeah. Zealot counter harassment can never be wrong, really.
Right, but clearly he's just.
Wow.
He thinks he's gonna die, which he is going to die, and he does die. And he's like, no, I literally just need to survive. I can't even keep up my. I just need to keep my 3rd alive or something like that, or my 4th.
He's probably shocked there's Stormhost too.
Yeah, no, I think that was the biggest thing that sealed the deal. Was just like, oh, there's great, like there's 20 Stormhosts. What do I do?
Yeah. So okay, I think I'm good on this game. Can I summarize?
Yeah, go for it.
So this one small slip up from Zest makes a huge deal. He lets the Lings in somewhere. I don't remember when it was. Because there's really 3 things you do after Stargate opening as Protoss. You either go for an Adept push, you go for double Phoenix, or you go for the Archon drop. 2 out of 3 of those, you build roaches, so a lot of players will just blindly build roaches. But for the Stargate, obviously, you don't want roaches. But, so Solar was gonna go, he built the Roach Ward, saw it. He was gonna go roaches.
Right.
Sneaks this Ling in, which is huge. So that gives him, I'd say, a small to a moderate advantage in terms of just like where players would normally be if they were, if Zest had gone for a more standard build. And Solar decides to convert this advantage. It might have been his plan all along, but either way, he decides to convert this advantage into a Swarmhost play, which is just really strong on this map in general.
Right, he's trying to think one step ahead. Not only, do I cancel the roaches and hold off the Phoenix? How can I use this time to also like win the game? What can I do from here?
Yeah. He's Solar with the big brain play this time. What could Zest have done better? I think Solar just played really awesome. I still think he could have got his drone count a bit higher than he did throughout the game, but it's hard to take your 4th, I guess, versus Phoenix and not lose too many drones, so I guess it's fine. I think I would have liked to see it a little higher, though. Maybe 75, but that's fine. Yeah, what could Zest have done better? Honestly, what you really need versus Locust, I feel like, the composition is fine, but you really need map presence and like putting your army around so it's hard for the Locust just to siege you.
Right. Like if Zest's army is in the middle of the map and the Locust land, he can just run. He can just leave and then walk back and hit the 3rd or something. But his army was at his base the entire time, just bouncing between his 3rd and his 4th, trying to keep the base alive.
You also really need Storm versus, but Zest saw all these Hydras in his face and thought he was going to get attacked right away, probably. So he just builds the Archons. So I think look, he still hasn't seen the Swarm host until just now.
Right.
But now it's, I think, too late because the Swarm hosts are already. Yeah, I think just really good play from Solar this game. Zest couldn't figure out what was going on. Solar figured out what was going on. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff from Solar.
Nice. Solar gets our big brain play of the day.
Solar is the big brain today, that's right. There's like the little spoon and the big spoon, but it's the big brain and the little brain.
Are we saying that Zest has the little brain today?
Yeah, we are saying that.
Wow.
Zest got outsmarted this.
Yeah. I think the last game, Zest gets the little brain play of the day for last game. No, that sounds mean when you say it like that. You have a little brain.
Little brain.
Like you won a GSL, but you have a little brain. I'm Masters,
not
but
that
you
you
have a
have a
little brain.
Even the biggest of brains can make a little brain play.
Wow, words of wisdom today.
Albert Einstein made some small brain plays.
Yeah, one of Albert Einstein's friends was just like, you know what, Albert, you're really smart, but that was just a real little brain play you just did. You didn't wear suntan, Albert. That was a little brain play.
You got burned.
You got burned.
Kid.
Albert's like, yeah, you're right. I mean, but
that's funny.
All right, so that kind of wraps up this game, and so that's gonna be it for today, at least for now. What game do you think you want to do next, or do you have any games that piqued your interest?
We could do the last game in the series, but honestly, I don't like watching my man Zest get wrecked like this.
Gotcha.
Kind of hurts.
Yeah, we're gonna take a little breather, take a break.
Kind of hurts my little heart to see protoss Zest, my hero, get slaughtered by Solar.
By Solar. By
Lamer.
Lamer.
He's not. That was a pretty sick play. That wasn't lame.
Yeah, that was big brain.
First game, second game was. Yeah, maybe Zest first parting. That sounds hype.
Yeah, I think that would be nice. All right. Well, that concludes this episode of Big Brain SC2. Oh, I don't know why it's so funny. This is pilot episode 3. Wow, we're gonna need to stop calling these pilot episodes at some point.
Well, it'll be all the way up to pilot episode 69.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
All right.
All right.
Well, thanks for watching, guys. So I'm Travis, and with me I had Max Angel, aka Astrea, providing that in-depth commentary. So hopefully we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Goodbye.